Yo! Alright, y'all. This is your boy Jello, aka the Inspiration Hunter. And please excuse me as we about to throw down. Excuse my little echo that I got going on here. But I'm trying out a little new technology, and I'm hoping that it will serve me well when it comes to getting some entertainment value to you folks out there. And let's get started. Alright, so it's been a rough year, or a tough year, I shouldn't say rough, right? And 2016 was a little bit of a gut check, I would think, for a lot of us, right? We had the election, lost a lot of really cool musicians, and just in general, people that have, while they were on this earth, have given us a lot of value in what they do. Specifically for me, it was my man Prince, and there were some, obviously, if you're a musician, you definitely appreciated his ability to give his all, and I would think a lot of my musician friends would also try to strive for that type of professionalism. And not only that, what a hit maker, right? What a way to leave your legacy. So a little bit of what we're going to tie in with that as we talk about legacy is, what do you do going forward for your own self? What I mean by that is, what are you going to do to get yourself back in gear after this wonderful end to the 2016? And if I haven't said it yet, a Happy New Year to you all, as I sit in my lovely little studio room in Norwalk, Connecticut. I wish you all the best in 2017. But what's the next step for you guys? I know some of you probably already started going to the gym. If you don't already have fitness as your lifestyle, then you're probably already getting into the gym and figuring out, A, I need a plan. B, I really need someone to keep me accountable for what I'm about to get myself involved in. So the first 2 weeks, and I'm sure not everyone knows this, but the first 2 weeks of the new year, there is a mad, almost cannibalistic style rush to the gym. And after currently being in the fitness industry for, I guess it's been about 21, 22 years now, and seeing and hearing the amount of excuses that one can provide themselves is pretty amazing. So let's see if we can delve into that and knock down some of these things for you guys. Number one, I'm sure that everybody knows that you should probably get a pen and paper and start writing down your intentions for this year. And I've talked to several people in the last couple of days, and everybody wants to lose weight. Woof, there's a mind-blowing epiphany right there. Everybody wants to lose weight. Not really. What I mean by not really, why are you going to the gym? Is it just so you can lose weight, or is it a little bit deeper than that? You know, is it that you want to look a little better out of those clothes when you step out of the shower and give that little wink in the mirror? Or do you have a spouse or significant other that you wish that they would look at you the way they used to look at you? Or are you getting ready for one of those crazy Spartan races? So which is it? Are you ready for 2017? What are your full intentions? If you're getting this on Facebook, throw me a line. You can use the Inspiration Hunter page, as this is the Inspiration Hunter podcast. And if you haven't or seen them in the past, I took a break and started winding back a little bit to take care of some other business that I have gotten involved in. and that being the music side of things. And the drop date was for the fall, but we've pushed it back a little bit. Of course, with studio time comes a little evolution of your music, and that's exactly what happened to us. We got in the studio and realized that the funk music that I was playing, it actually turns out, guess what? It's blues. So we're going with a Blues Avenue feel. And I'm currently looking for some keys, some keyboards. I've got someone to drop some keys, so if you know anybody, drop them a line. I actually got one beat for a specific individual, which I thank you, from Facebook. And we'll be rocking into 2017. I've got my man Dr. Rock on board with me, who's really a little bit more of my... he is the guitarist. I'm not the guitarist. I play a little tiny bit. In other words, I'm more of a give me 3 chords, let me show you the idea, let's go to the studio, and then let's get this thing, this project or idea I have in my head out there. So we've got about 4 or 5 pieces that I'm working on, one specifically. And this one piece actually is... reminiscent of all the mindset, performance, and coaching stuff that I've been involved with the last several years. After becoming a mental skills training specialist back in 2008, I believe, I popped upon the, which is now formally known, the Mindset Performance Institute. And I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Brian Grasso and his lovely wife, Carrie Campbell. If you don't know these people, you should, because they will get you right. And what I mean by that is they will help you release that brake that's been holding you back. And these folks get down in that hole with you and help you get moving in the right direction. And it's pretty cool to get that feedback from them. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking all that stuff that I've learned and all the stuff that I've had in the past, combining the 2 efforts, and out came this little podcast and musical ideas. Now the reason why I want to bring up the music idea within this podcast is because the music piece, the first one is called, the title is called The Boss of Me. Now for me, this, I like to leave anything that I do up for interpretation because that's what it should be. Not everything means the same thing to everybody, right? So this song starts off a little bit like, the first line is, it's the way I live, it's the way I do things. There's no need to get in my face. All right? I'm just going to give you those are the first three lines of the song. It's the way I live. It's the way I do things. There's no need to get in my face. Now, where did these words come from? And at the time that they were being spewed out of my mind, or coming into my mind and onto the page, with the music, I hadn't really thought about it until probably the second time we went into the audio box or whatever, audio studio, to put it down. And I had this great epiphany of what those words mean. The way I live. Now, the way I live is really more of me looking at exactly that, the way I live. I used to think I was more of an external, extrovert, and it turns out I'm actually more of an introvert. So in other words, I like to be in here doing these things. If I get out, mingle, I have no problem. But I do love my solitude. Nothing wrong with a little solitude. I love to create. So that's the way I live. And I'm cool with that. Now, the way I do things, I am a little bit of a procrastinator with different things. I've gotten better over the years. I don't get as frustrated as I used to. And now, when these things that I don't like happen, then I... what's that song by Jay-Z? Just kind of brush my shoulder off and just keep it moving. Now, I'm not saying that there's certain things that you shouldn't get emotional. Of course you should. Some people wear their emotions out in their sleeves. Some people are ready to just blurt out, huge or spew huge amounts of their life at you. I kind of write in code, meaning I'll give you the story, but I'm not going to give you the whole story because, like I said, I like to let folks interpret their feeling about whatever the piece of music that I'm writing. So it's the way I live, the way I do things, and that's the way I do things, right? I like to have my solitude. I like to dig in, be creative. A lot of people don't like to be alone with their thoughts. I actually don't mind being with my thoughts. So it actually kind of gives me a little comfort, being comfortable with that. And with that being said, it also helps me move forward through being uncomfortable, all right? So it's the way I live, it's the way I do things, right? The way I do things is just, not taking anything for granted. And also, I used to have a really big problem with comparing myself to what other folks are doing. I'm sure we all do that in some ways, whether it's doing podcasts or videos or I want to get ripped like that guy, so let me try that workout, that kind of stuff. I don't do that anymore, and it's totally opened up a whole new way of thought process for me, a way of getting through things. And the final line is, there's no need to get in my face. And that's pretty much that's more of me telling my negative mindset to take a hike. All right? Now, some people might think of that line as literally somebody, like, yo, get out of my face kind of thing. Right? And that's what brings us to whatever, yo. What is whatever, yo? Whatever, yo is that sequence that we throw out there. Little beat back there. So it's 2017. We got all kinds of wild political stuff going on. I don't usually get into political stuff. And all I'm going to say about it is whatever, yo. Whatever, yo. A lot of you folks are getting bent out of shape about this whole thing. Guess what? It's over with. Let's move on. Give homeboy a chance. And if he can't cut it, then we get rid of him. That's all it's about, right? Whatever, yo. USA team, soccer, get into little sports. We stink. We dropped our coach. Such a defensive-minded sport in our country. I only got one thing to say. Whatever, yo. Next, let's get into a little bit. GMO is ravaging us in this country, right? You got that company Monsanto trying to do all these crazy things. You got people, with these farms that are producing all this basically toxic sludge with all these animals. And I don't know if you guys saw this. I wish I had the information or a link, but there was a link floating around out there. Well, a guy flew a drone over this processing plant. Pigs, swine, pork processing plant. Couldn't find out what the heck this foul smell was. It was pig shit. Are you kidding me? They don't know what to do with it. They're trying to use it for fuel, reconstitute it some way. I don't know. Whatever, yo. Wasn't that funny? Last, what is the deal with all this madness and violence going on out there? I am not going to get into all this stuff. These are just straight to the point topics and opinions. We are entitled to our opinions in this country, and that's what makes us great, right? But what is going on with all this violence? So So first, let me just say this. Regardless of who got into the White House, number one, I don't think that tougher gun laws are going to make everything copacetic, A-okay. But one thing I do is, let's get on top of this mental health thing. And along with the mental health thing, let's make sure that our troops, our boys and fine women that are out there serving our country get taken care of while we start ridding ourselves of these violent, ruthless, non-patriotic MFers in this country. That's all I got to say about that. Whatever, yo. Dropping bombs up in here. So I believe that everybody's entitled to a chance. So that's why I'm just going to leave it at that. I know I got friends on both sides of the political avenue. And I can positively say, because people always try to ask me what side am I on. I'm on the side of the person who can get the job done. That's my answer. You don't like it? Too damn bad. Whatever, yo. And that's it for that segment of whatever, yo. All right, let's move on into the next part of this little program we got going on. So, 2007, good Lord, we definitely don't want to go back to 2007. Anyways, 2017. I'm looking out for this year to be a pretty darn good year for everybody out there, including myself and my family. And as we close out this short little test run of the Inspiration Hunter little radio segment, podcast, on air, whatever you want to call it, the quality will get much better as we evolve. Also be trying to involve a lot of folks that I have. I have a list of people that I would love to interview. Some of them are in the fitness industry, some of them in nutrition type stuff, some of them are in politics, some people are into travel, photography. So this is pretty much a variety of things that I like, creative things, music, and yeah, so I hope that this was enjoyable for you guys, and I haven't talked to some of you, and some of you have not seen me in a while. So this is what I've been up to. I'm testing some new stuff. Like I said, excuse the little echoing or a little bit of nuances that you're getting in this audio clip. But just remember, keep an eye out. The Inspiration Hunter podcast, the first, I believe I did 4 or 5 back in over the last spring or fall. They were basically on the topics of mindset, creating that lifestyle of a champion, the mindset of a champion, how champions think, you know, being resilient, being a go-getter. I don't really like to use grind, but if you want to use grind, get out there and get your grind on. But I have my own thoughts on that. I don't like to grind too hard, but yes, get into that grind mode and get it going. And I believe that's it, guys. 2017. Let's make this a good run. Let's hold our government accountable, and hopefully they make the right decisions and help the people that need to be helped, and don't give any handouts to those that aren't doing their own, to make sure that they are putting in the kitty, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, more power to you. Let's live, love, laugh, and grow together this 2017. This is your boy Jello, a.k.a. the Inspiration Hunter, Angelo Hunter. Much love, much respect, and I will see you on the flip side. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Booyah! See ya.